Did you know that your paid search can potentially eat into your SEO gains? That's right. This is a commonly overlooked area of overlap between your marketing mediums, and it's one that your vendors may not be in a hurry to point out to you, even if it's burning up your budget and negatively impacting your marketing efforts. In today's installment of Wikimotive's Learning Library, I'm going to help you understand why and show you how you can identify paid search cannibalization of SEO and how you can correct for it. Let's get started. So what is cannibalization? Cannibalization is what happens when paid search is bidding on a keyword for which you already rank organically. That, like I talked about in the last video, could be your own brand name, which you rank for naturally. Or it could be a keyword that you've gained visibility on through your SEO. Either way, if you show up organically and your paid search is bidding on that keyword, the paid search is intercepting it, causing you to pay for traffic that you would have earned anyway. That's cannibalization. Let's take a look at how to identify if your paid search is cannibalizing your SEO. First, open up Google Analytics and toggle on just organic and paid traffic. You want to extend your date range to the maximum that you have visible inside of your Google Analytics so that you can see the most history possible. What you should be left with is two lines, one that's organic and one that's paid search. And what you're looking for is any correlation that you notice between them. Just because you see correlation doesn't mean causation, and we'll get to that. But if you see paid search go up and at the same time you see organic come down, then there's a good chance that that's a point in history when your paid search campaigns changed and began cannibalizing your organic search. If you don't see anything, or if you do and we want to dig deeper, the next thing you can do is go to Google Search Console. Now, what you're going to do is toggle your date range to 3 months over year, assuming you have that much history, and if not, do the maximum available. You want to be comparing 2 points in time, preferably before and after you're trying to analyze a paid search cannibalization. Look at just impressions and clicks on the graph. Look at the change year over year. If impressions are relatively stable year over year, maybe a little up or a little down, but clicks are down, the mismatch between those two figures tells you that something's off. And what's typically happening there is you're being seen just as much, that's the impressions, but something's intercepting the clicks, something's causing people not to click through, even though you're showing up organically in search, which is what impressions are showing you. Typically, the reason for that is that your paid search is intercepting the click higher up on the page, preventing it from coming through organically. Let's dive a little bit deeper to see if we can identify specifically what campaign might be cannibalizing our organic. The next thing you do is go down to queries. And specifically, now that you're looking at year over year, you want to sort by which queries have fewer clicks this year than last year. Look at the top of the list. Do you see any commonalities between the keywords that are here? Are they all your brand? Or perhaps make dealer searches? Well, these are common campaigns within paid search. And what might be happening here is since a year ago, or the previous period, whatever you have it toggled to, your paid search vendor may have turned on a branded campaign, or a make dealer campaign, or a make geo campaign. And that's causing a decrease in clicks in your organic search. Now the way to verify this, go back to your analytics, look at your Google Ads information, and assuming they're connected, your Google Ads are connected to your Google Analytics, you can see the names of the campaigns. And if your vendor has named them appropriately, it should be relatively obvious if you see branded or make geo or make dealer campaigns. If your Google Analytics and your Google Ads are not connected and you don't see clarity in this section, contact your paid search vendor, ask them for a reporting of your campaigns and the types of keywords that they're focusing on, and again, cross-reference that to your Google Search Console to see if the campaigns that are running are the same as the keyword batches that you've lost ground in organically. So if you think that you've found paid search cannibalization, what do you do about it? How do you fix this problem? Make no mistake, you do have wasted spend in this case. And what you want to do is go to your paid search vendor, and even in spite of their many objections, which they will have, you should ask them to either negative out your brand, as we talked about in the last video, or perhaps turn off a campaign. And feel free to switch that budget to a different campaign, perhaps vehicle listing ads under PMAX or something like that. Either way, make sure that you take the spend off of the campaign that you think is cannibalizing, or at least move it to a geography that is not near to your store. Measure your organic afterward and see if it jumps back up to where you expect it to be. If it does, you've fixed your cannibalization problem. So to recap, paid search cannibalization is when paid search campaigns are eating up traffic that you would have earned organically. In order to find it, you use a combination of Google Analytics and Google Search Console in concert to find correlation and then work your way down to find causation. Finally, contact your paid search vendor and ask them to discontinue or reallocate the spend that is potentially cannibalizing your organic traffic. Measure the results and verify that that in fact was the end result. Good luck. In the next installation of Wikimotive's Learning Library, follow along as we begin to unpack how to identify valuable events and especially conversions in Google Analytics. See you there.